Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into a story about how AI is solving a problem where being efficient isn't just about saving time or money, it's about saving someone's health. We're going to look at how it's automating a service that is, and I mean this, a literal lifeline for so many people.
So just think about that for a second. Really let it sink in. What if one single missed call could put someone's health at risk? This isn't just some thought experiment. For millions of people, a simple phone call is that first, crucial step to getting the medical care they need. And if that call goes unanswered, the consequences can be really serious.
So this high-stakes situation, it's the daily reality in a world you might not have even heard of, but it's one that's absolutely vital for some of our most vulnerable people. It's called non-emergency medical transportation. You'll see it called NEMT for short.
So what exactly is NMT? Well, it's the service that gets people to and from really important medical appointments. Think dialysis or chemotherapy. It's built for folks who can't just hop in a car or call a standard rideshare because of, mobility challenges or other medical needs. You can think of it as a crucial bridge that connects people to the healthcare they depend on.
Okay, but here's the catch. The dispatch centers that coordinate all these rides, they are often totally swamped. The phones are just ringing off the hook, which leads to crazy long hold times, tons of missed calls, and of course, scheduling mistakes. And this isn't just a minor inconvenience, right? It could mean a patient actually misses a critical treatment, and that has this whole domino effect on their health and, frankly, on the costs to the entire healthcare system.
So how do you fix a problem like this? A very human-scale problem where there's just no room for error? Well, this is where technology steps in, and it's with a tool built for this exact challenge, the 24/7 AI receptionist.
Now, this is not just some glorified answering machine. It's a highly specialized voice agent, and it's designed from the ground up to handle the crazy demands of an NEMT dispatch center. It's actually built to manage up to
24 calls at the exact same time, instantly. Now just try to compare that to a human dispatcher who, can only handle one call at a time. The sheer scale of this is what changes the entire game. No more busy signals, no more missed chances for someone to book that ride they desperately need.
And we're not just talking about answering the phone. This AI handles the whole core workflow. It can book brand new trips, it can tell an anxious patient exactly where their ride is, it can process a cancellation, it manages all that routine traffic. And that frees up the human dispatchers to focus on the more complex cases, the situations where you really need that human touch.
You know what's really cool is a focus on the actual human experience. The system doesn't just sound like a cold robot. Providers can actually choose from different AI voices that are designed to be super clear, professional, and have this really steady conversational style. The goal is to make sure patients feel like they're being guided and supported.
So how does all this automation actually work day to day? Let's take a look under the hood at one of the biggest logistical headaches in medical transport, figuring out the return trip.
You know how it is. A patient often has no idea exactly when their doctor's appointment is going to end. This can create a total scheduling nightmare. The solution here is a feature called will call activation, which basically puts that return trip on standby, ready to go at a moment's notice. The process itself is incredibly simple. Look at this. Once the patient is ready to go, they just make one quick call with a simple voice request. That's it. The AI understands immediately and triggers the dispatch for their ride home. It's just a seamless, fantastic way to remove all that friction and uncertainty for the patient. This really highlights the key features that create this whole ecosystem of support. Being able to book or change a trip 24/7 is obviously huge, but just as important are things like getting a live status update on your ride, which, massively reduces a patient's anxiety, and the ability to capture custom notes to make sure the trip is safe and personalized.
So this all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually mean for the people on the ground, for the transportation companies, and most importantly, for the patients who rely on them every single day?
Well, let's look at a real-world example. The owner of a company called AeroTransCare, a guy named Raza, he shared what happened after they brought this AI solution on board. He said it was like finally having a full-time receptionist.
But without the delays. And that just says it all, doesn't it? That quote brilliantly illustrates the core benefit. You get all the capability, all the coverage of a dedicated staff member, but you get it with the instant, flawless efficiency that only technology can provide.
So for the NEMT providers themselves, the benefits are immediate and they are tangible. Every single call gets answered. That directly cuts down on the manual strain and stress on the dispatch team.
Everything's logged securely, which is great for quality control, and the whole system plugs in quickly with the software they're already using.
And look, all of this operational efficiency, it leads to the most important thing of all, a better human outcome. When you have smarter scheduling and effortless call handling, you build trust, and that results in happier, more confident riders. This isn't just about making things convenient. It's about improving access to healthcare. When patients can reliably get to their appointments, they stick to their treatment plans, and costly emergency room visits go down.
Now, let's just zoom out for a moment, because this story is actually bigger than just one industry. It really points to a powerful and growing trend in the whole world of artificial intelligence.
We often hear about AI in these huge, sweeping terms, right? But what we're really seeing here is the future. These highly specialized AI tools that are designed with almost surgical precision. They're built to solve very specific, very critical problems in these niche industries. So it's not about replacing humans, it's about boosting their abilities in areas where speed, accuracy, and just being available 24/7 are absolutely everything.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. If a focused AI tool can so dramatically improve a service as vital as non-emergency medical transport, what other essential services out there in logistics, community support, maybe even public safety are just waiting for a similar transformation? The possibilities, they really are endless.